Imagine a world where the only difference between you and the successful person you admire isn't strength or knowledge, but will. Ponder upon the profound words of Vince Lombardi, who believed that the key to success isn't about physical prowess or intellectual capability, but rather the determination to persist, the resilience to keep going. Think of the times you pushed through, even when the odds were stacked against you. That's the world that Vince Lombardi, one of the greatest coaches in the history of American football, believed in. Consider the stories of some of our most beloved actors. Let's begin with Sylvester Stallone. Sly, as he's affectionately known, faced a grueling struggle to get his dream project, Rocky, to the big screen. Despite being broke, living in a tiny apartment, and having just $106 in the bank, he refused to sell the script unless he was cast as the lead. He held on, believed in himself, and eventually his willpower paid off. Rocky was made with him as the lead, and the rest, as they say, is history. Then there's Meryl Streep, an actress whose talent is widely recognized today. But her journey to stardom wasn't easy. At the onset of her career, she faced numerous rejections. After one particular audition, a director reportedly proclaimed she was too ugly for the part. Many would have crumbled under such harsh criticism, but not Meryl. She chose to persevere, to keep pushing forward. She didn't let those early rejections define her. Instead, her willpower propelled her to become one of the most acclaimed actresses of our time. These are not isolated instances. Countless other actors have similar tales of grit and determination. Jim Carrey, once a homeless teenager, wrote himself a check for $10 million, dating it for Thanksgiving 1995. And sure enough, by that date, he had earned it through his acting roles. These stories are testament to the fact that it's not just about talent or knowledge, it's about willpower. It's about the burning desire to succeed, the unrelenting drive to keep going no matter what. These actors, they didn't just want success, they willed it into existence. They faced obstacles, they faced rejections, they faced hardships, but they didn't let those deter them. They didn't let the world tell them no. They kept going, they kept fighting, they kept believing. And that, my friends, is the power of will. It's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. These actors, they didn't just want success, they willed it into existence. So, what does this mean for us? It means that the power of will is not just a concept, but a driving force that can be harnessed in our own lives. It means recognizing that willpower is more than just a word. It's a commitment, a pledge to oneself. It's the promise we make to keep pushing, to keep striving, even when the odds are stacked against us. Take a moment to think about your own goals. Are you giving them everything you've got? Or are you holding back, allowing obstacles to slow you down? The willpower to persevere, to push through the challenges, that is the key to unlocking your potential. It's not about how strong you are, or how much you know. It's about how hard you're willing to work, how much you're willing to sacrifice, and how far you're willing to go to make your dreams a reality. Remember, it's not about the strength you have or the knowledge you possess. It's about the will you exert. As we wrap up, let's remember our guiding quote. Vince Lombardi once said, "The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will." We dove deep into the journeys of known actors and understood that willpower was their driving force. It's time to reflect on your own willpower. Harness it, fuel it, and let it guide you towards your success. Because in the end, the difference between a successful person and others is not lack of strength, not lack of knowledge, but rather lack of will. Thank you for joining us today, and remember, will your success into existence.